I'll be going over the 5 swimming workouts that you need to get faster in your swimming. So you've worked on your technique, now you need to build up the speed. This is where I'm going to help you add some workouts to your list so you can improve at your next race. First off, you have to warm up. 400 to 1,000, get your body loose, get your body ready. You're not going to go to a track workout in the run and just sprint right away. Otherwise, you're probably going to hurt yourself. Same goes for swimming. Your shoulders need to warm up, your back needs to loosen up, your ankles, everything needs to get ready to go fast in the water. The next sets are going to be a lot of fast swimming, so you have to be ready for it. The first one up that I really enjoy, that's really taxing, is simple. It's 20-25s, as fast as you can go, with a lot of rest. Now, a lot of rest to me is between 15 seconds and 20 seconds, or about 1-to-1 ratio of how long it takes you to get down to the pool and how long you're going to get rest. These should be all out, and you should be really tired after a few of them. Lactic acid should be building up in your muscles, and it should be fatiguing. What this does is it taxes your body a little bit differently than just swimming nice and easy. You'd be surprised if you did this 3 times a month, how fast you would be going the 3rd round as opposed to the 1st round. This is your body adapting to speed workouts. If you really want to figure out what interval you need to do, then wait till the end of the video where I go over a little bit more of how you're going to be able to determine that race pace for your event. The next set is going to be specific to you. Whether you're training for a sprint distance triathlon, an Olympic, a 70.3 or an Ironman distance. What I like to do is do 8 to 22 100s on the race pace that I want to accomplish race day. Now, if you're doing an Ironman, you might need to do a little bit more, right? You're just going to be swimming longer. So your goal is to swim at the speed that you want to hold for that race and give yourself about 10 seconds rest after that. The third set that we're going to talk about is going to be 2 to 7. If you're doing an Ironman, it's a little bit longer. 300s. This is a little bit taxing of a set. A 300 is a difficult amount of time swimming without any breaks. If you're doing a sprint distance, you might only need to do 2 of these. If you're doing an Olympic or a 70.3, you're going to do 5 to 7 of these. Just to do the distance that you're racing at, each 300 should be close to the race pace that you want to hold. These are going to be very challenging, and it's going to feel extremely difficult in the water. If you find that you can't hold the pace that you want to hold in the race, then should you be doing that in the race? Do you think you might be taxing yourself too much on the swim, and that for the bike and this run, you're going to have less energy? This is all something that you might need to think about while you're swimming. The 4th set that I really like to add to my workouts is just going to be a time trial of the distance that you're swimming. Whether it's a 500, an 800, a 1500, 21-12, you're going to do that much swimming in a row just to see how you're doing in your training. I typically do this 1 to 2 times a month with myself or my athletes so that they know what to expect come race day. If you're doing a 2100 time trial and you're doing about 30 minutes, then race day you might be around 30 minutes. But if you're doing it in 45 minutes, you can't expect to do a 30-minute 70.3 swim when you're doing 45 minutes in the pool or in a lake, wherever you're doing your open water swimming or swimming in general. The 5th set, and I've talked about this in other videos, is just a CSS test set. You're going to do a 400-meter swim or 400-yard swim, followed by a 200-yard swim with a very short amount of rest in between. These are all out, and what you do is you put this in a calculator to determine what your CSS is. If you don't know what your CSS is, that's okay. It's your critical swim speed. This is going to help you determine what you should be able to hold in a 1,500-meter swim or an Olympic distance swim. So you can use this critical swim speed to generate the intervals that you need for your swims in all the different things such as the 25s, the 100s, or the 300s. If you have any questions on this, please comment it below. I respond to all the questions, and if you could, like the video because it helps me reach other athletes like yourself trying to improve their swimming. If you enjoyed this video, then click here on the drills that'll make you faster.